Hello everyone, in this video we're going to review AP Precalculus Topic 3.11, the secant, cosecant, and cotangent functions. Alright, question 101. What are all values of f of theta such that 5 plus 3 secant theta equals 11 within the domain 0 to 2 pi? Alright. Now, keep in mind, when it comes to secant, cosecant, and cotangent, you need to convert it to sine and cosine, or tangent. So it's going to be really helpful. Alright, if you don't know the formula, please check out the link in the description below to see the trick I show you how to memorize this. Alright, so first I need to isolate secant theta, right? So I need to subtract 5 cosine, right? So you have 3 secant theta equals 6, right? Divide both sides by 3, so secant theta equals 2, right? Now I need to convert secant to cosine, right? So it's going to be 1 over cosine theta equals 2 over 1, right? Now I just flip this one, so it will be cosine theta equals 1 half, right? Now I need to find the angle within this domain where cosine theta equals 1 half, right? So theta equals pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3, right? Because on the unit circle, the angle right here, pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3 right here, make cosine equals 1 half. This one is 1 half, right? Cosine is the x-axis. Alright, so the answer must be B. Now let's move on to question 102. Alright, we need to solve for this equation within this domain, right? So I need to divide both sides by 2. So I have cotangent theta equals root 3, right? Now cotangent, which means 1 over tangent, right? So it will be 1 over tangent theta equals root 3. I can write root 3 over 1, right? Now I need to flip this one, so it will be tangent theta equals 1 over root 3, right? 1 over root 3 is the same thing as root 3 over 3 if I write this one, right? Now, on the unit circle, you need to find the angle theta where tangent equals root 3 over 3, right? Which means theta equals pi over 6 and 7 pi over 6, right? So the answer must be B. Now let's move on to question 103. Given f(x) equal this and g(x) equal this, we need to find the points of intersection of the function f and g within this domain, right? So we just let this guy and this guy equals, right? Remember, f of s equals g of s, right? So it could be 5 plus root 3 secant s equals 3, right? Now I need to isolate secant s by subtracting 5 both sides, right? So root 3 secant s equals -2, right? Divide both sides by root 3, so secant s equals -2 over root 3, right? Now secant s, which means 1 over cosine, right? So 1 over cosine s equals -2 over root 3. Now I need to flip this one, so it will be cosine s equals -root 3 over 2, right? Now on the unit circle, I need to find the angles where cosine s equals -root 3 over 2, right? So s equals 5 pi over 6 and 7 pi over 6, right? So the answer must be A. Now question 104. We need to find the intersection between this graph and this graph within this domain, right? So we have 1 half cosecant square of s equals 2, right? Now multiply both sides by 2, you have cosecant square of s equals 4, right? Check square root both sides, so it could be cosecant s equals plus and minus 2. Keep that in mind, don't forget plus and minus sign, right? Now cosecant s, which means 1 over sine s, right? Equals plus and minus. Now 2, I can write 2 over 1, right? Now I need to flip this one, so it could be sine s equals plus and minus 1 half, right? Now I need to split this one into two different equations, right? So sine s equals 1 half first, right? Second, sine s equals negative 1 half, right? Now I need to find the angle where sine s equals 1 half, which means s equals pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6, right? Sine s equals negative 1 half, s equals 7 pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6, right? So the answer must be C. Now, let's move on to question 105. Given f(s) equals secant of 1/3 s, which of the following is the vertical asymptote of the graph of f? Alright, so you know that secant s equals 1 over cosine s, right? So in order to find the vertical asymptote, we're gonna let cosine s right here equals 0, right? Because cosine s equals 0 is to be undefined, so it becomes the vertical asymptote of secant s, right? In this situation, the angle should be 1/3 s, right? So you have cosine of 1/3 s equals 0, right? Now, on the unit circle, you need to find the angle where cosine of 1/3 s equals 0, right? So you have 1/3 s equals pi over 2, and 1/3 s equals 3 pi over 2 within one cycle, right? Remember that it has infinitely many vertical asymptotes, right? So I just check within one cycle, right? Because I only have the values right here, right? Now, for the first one right here, I need to multiply both sides by 3, right? So you have s equals 3 pi over 2. Now the second one, I need to multiply both sides by 3. So s equals 9 pi over 2, right? Now I look at the answer choice. This one is not one of the answer choice, right? So I need to eliminate this. Now s equals 3 pi over 2, the answer must be D. Now, question 106, similar to question 105, we need to find the vertical asymptote of this function, right? So we know that cosecant s is 1 over sine s, right? So to find the vertical asymptote of this one, we need to let sine s equals 0, right? Because sine s equals 0 is to be undefined, right? So it becomes the vertical asymptote, right? So the angle right here for s, right? So you have sine 4s equals 0, right? I need to find the angle where sine 4s equals 0 within one cycle, right? So you have 4s equals 0 and 4s equals pi, right? Now divide both sides by 4, so s equals 0 and s equals pi over 4, right? Look at the answer choice right here, only D matches, right? So the answer must be D. Now question 107. In the xy plane, the graph of which of the following functions has a vertical asymptote at s equals pi, right? Now, in order to find the vertical asymptote, you need to convert it to sine cosine function, right? So this one turns out to be 1 over cosine s, right? Now, you need to let denominator equals 0, right? So cosine s equals 0, right? Solve for s, right? Within one cycle. So s equals pi over 2, or 3 pi over 2. So it's different from this one, right? So A is wrong. Now second one, you're going to do the same thing, right? So 1 over sine are 1/2 s, right? Now you let denominator equal 0, right? So you have sine of 1/2s equals 0, right? So then 1/2s equals 0, or 1/2s equals pi, right? Now multiply both sides by 2, so s equals 0, or s equals 2 pi, right? This is wrong, right? So the answer B is wrong. Now C, it's same thing, right? 1 over cosine of s minus pi, right? So then you let this one equal 0, right? So cosine of s minus pi equals 0, right? So then s minus pi equals pi over 2, right? Or s minus pi equals 3 pi over 2, right? Now you need to solve for s, so add pi both sides, so s equals 3 pi over 2, right? And this one add pi both sides, so s equals 5 pi over 2, right? So this is not the right answer, right? So C is wrong, right? Finally, cotangent s equals cosine s over sine s, right? So this one is undefined when sine s equals 0, right? And then s equals 0, or s equals pi within one cycle, right? So it matches this one right here, right? So the answer must be D. Now question 108. We need to find the function where the vertical asymptote of the function is s equals 1/2, right? So again, it's similar to 107. Alright, I'm gonna leave this one for you to practice. The answer must be C. Now question 109. Which of the following is the vertical asymptote of the function k? Alright, so convert this one into cosine and sine, right? So it could be cosine of 1/2 s over sine of 1/2 s, right? So this one is undefined when denominator equals 0, right? So this one turns out to be sine 1/2 s equals 0, right? Solve for s, so it could be 1/2 s equals 0, or 1/2 s equals pi, right? Within one cycle, right? So multiply both sides by 2, so s equals 0 and s equals 2 pi, right? So only this one matches, so the answer is D. Now let's move on to question 110. Let LS be 4 minus root 3 cosecant s and GLS equals 2. We need to find the points of intersection of the graph f and g's within this domain, right? So we just let f of s equals g of s, right? And then it turns out to be 4 minus root 3 cosecant s equals 2, right? Now subtract 4 both sides, it will be negative root 3 cosecant s equals negative 2, right? Divide both sides by negative root 3, right? So cosecant s equals 2 over root 3, right? Cosecant s, which means 1 over sine s, right? So it will be 2 over root 3, right? Now I just flip this one, it will be sine s equals root 3 over 2, right? Now on the unit circle, I need to find the angle where sine s equals root 3 over 2, right? So s equals pi over 3 and 2 pi over 3, right? So the answer must be C. And it's your time to start.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand